Imagine being a kook when you live somewhere where there is good waves.
Kook, 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 kook.
You can get
You can't surf as a surfer.
Kook, 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 kook.
What you just saw were comments on random people's TikTok accounts where they were posting that they were surfing. Let me rephrase that. Those were comments from arrogant children putting down random strangers trying to surf for the first time. What? How does it even make sense? If you're from the surfing community, hi, my name's CJ. Nice to meet you. I know we may not be off to a great start right now, and you may want to dislike this video, or you're really eager to comment something really rude and mean down the comment section. I would recommend you just hold off on that just for a little bit, so you don't go and accidentally prove my point that I'm trying to make in this video. Just calm down for a little bit and just hear me out, okay? That's all I ask. Just hear me out for a little bit. All right, so let's begin. As I've already stated, those comments were from people's videos on TikTok where they were just trying to surf for the first time, or they were surfing for less than a year and were just trying to have fun and share their experience with the world. And they just got bombarded by what the toxic surfing community has to offer. Those were just random people having to deal with it. I've sadly actually had to deal with it firsthand, so I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two.
It's by Abdurrazak Hussein, and he says, okay.
During my time creating videos here on YouTube or just any social media platform, I've dealt with my fair share of hate and mean comments that come my way. And honestly, they're not that bad. However, none of them compare to just the absurd, rude, mean comments that you get from these people on TikTok. The surfing community is so toxic, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. Jesus Christ himself would have a hard time forgiving the things that these people are saying in the comment section. Like, I kid you not, it gets that bad. Alright, so back in the beginning of summer, I began to start posting videos of surfing. I was having a fun time with it. I knew I was nothing great. I never said I was a great surfer or anything there. I just really enjoyed surfing, and I also enjoy making videos. So I'm like, you know what? It's a match made in heaven. Let's create some content about it. And lo and behold, some people actually liked it. Slowly but surely, I began to build a following on there. People who were pro surfers were following me for some reason. And then there were people who don't even live near a beach, and they were following me just because they said I had good vibes and they just enjoyed the content I was creating. Things were going good. I was having a good time with it. You can check out my TikTok if you want to see the videos I'm talking about. It's linked down below, or you don't have to. I'm not your mother, so you can do whatever you please to do. You can go check it out. You can wear a mask. You can do whatever you want, you know? Just do you, boo. Now that I was kind of steadily growing in the surfing community on TikTok, I began seeing a lot more hate. It was more prevalent in my comment section. I was just posting like relatable, funny videos to get people to laugh, and just moments that anyone who had even attempted to surf would understand, things about the temperature of the water, your wetsuit still being wet from the day before, just things like that were relatable. But I was getting a bunch of comments of people asking me to post clips of me actually in the water surfing. And like the naive beginner surfer that I was, I complied. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I just went for it. The amount of kook comments I was getting was absurd. It was overflowing my account. I was getting hundreds of thousands of comments saying kook every single day. It got that bad. It honestly got that bad. I managed to upset everybody over not being good at surfing and just wearing a white wetsuit. For those of you not really involved in the surfing community, here's some definitions to help keep you up to pace so that this video doesn't go completely over your head. So the actual definition of a kook is someone who just doesn't understand the surfing etiquette. Now, here's where it gets tricky. The most commonly used definition of a kook is somebody who can't do a 720-degree backspin turn 360 in the air, landing on a 30-foot wave. That's what it most commonly refers to. Now, for those who wear colored wetsuits that aren't just black but have like red, white, any other color, they're most likely seen as someone who is a professional, who can do a backflip off of a wave and land on a dolphin and ride it to shore. That's kind of the only way you can wear a colored wetsuit. So now that you're caught up, you can see that in their eyes, I was a kook wearing a white wetsuit that should not be mine. Now, to be fair to them, I did make a lot of videos about the white wetsuit, and that was purely because they were commenting so much about it. So I can understand that I just kind of beat a dead horse with that one. But to be fair, don't hate the player, hate the game, because that's on them. I was just responding. That's all I was doing. I was just kind of feeding into it. But nonetheless, though, I was still trying to focus on just making entertaining videos about surfing. I was just throwing in some white wetsuit stuff every now and then. What was cool is I actually began to get DMs from people saying that I had either inspired them to go surfing and try it out, or I had given them the confidence to go out in the lineup by themselves and not be insecure that people were going to make fun of them or be watching them out in the water. Now, to a normal person, that may sound like a good thing, right? That you're not going to be afraid of people in the water and you can just be yourself. Like, that sounds like a good thing. But no. To the toxic surfing community, a confident beginner surfer is one of the worst things in the world. It is a cardinal sin in the toxic surfing community. You would have thought that I said surfing was an easy sport. Newsflash, it's not in the slightest. But here's the thing, just because it's not easy doesn't mean that you can't have fun with it. Going out with a bunch of friends on wave storms, which are just like 8-foot long foam boards, is so much fun. Most of the time, I'd rather be doing that than trying to learn to do some crazy trick on a 6-foot board. It's more fun just to be able to catch waves easier and have a good time. I highly recommend that everyone tries surfing on a wave storm or any other board they feel comfortable with at least once. Now, me, on the other hand, I'll try anything twice, if you know what I mean, but at least give surfing the benefit of the doubt and just try it at least once. As the summer began to end and the fall came, the fun people who were on the surfing side of TikTok began to leave because that was no longer what they were interested in. However, now I was just being left with the rude, really mean 12 to 16-year-old kids who thought they were the next pro surfers. Like, these kids honestly, and I'm sure some of them are, but they honestly feel like they're the next Kelly Slaters, Jimmy O'Briens, John Florence, whatever the top surfer person you can think of. That's who they thought they were going to be. In fact, that's who they thought they were. I'm sure they probably think that they are better than those people, but they won't admit to it, but they probably in the back of their heads think that. 9 times out of 10, when I click on the profile of one of these mean comments, it's just this 12 to 16-year-old blonde-haired kid who just, I don't understand. They all look the same. Like, I kid you not, these kids all look the same. They're all the same word, just in different fonts. I'm not kidding. You can check out my videos and go to the comments. They're most likely just the same kid in different fonts. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, I have no idea what the heck is up with these blonde surfer kids. It just doesn't make sense to me. Now, let me just make it clear that I'm not saying all surfers take part in this toxic behavior. I've actually met a lot of really cool people on the surfing side of TikTok because of my videos. They've actually become good friends and I enjoy talking to them and actually going out and surfing with them. I wouldn't have had that opportunity if I wasn't making these videos about surfing on TikTok. Of course, there are a lot of people who are surfers and not all of them are jerks, but the ones who are give surfing a really bad reputation. They're the reason that it's so toxic, and it makes everyone else look bad. Now, I understand that just because there's a few bad apples in the batch, that doesn't mean you need to be canceling the entire surfing community. I understand that. So I'm not saying that everyone's bad. I'm just saying that these particular people are speaking louder than everyone else and that they seem like they're the majority. Hopefully I'm saving face here because I don't want it to come across that I'm saying every single person who ever touched a surfboard is the devil. That's not what I'm saying. So please, there's gonna be so many dislikes on this video. If you guys are watching still, hit that like button so I know that you are like, cool. Okay, so getting comments from all these stranger blonde-haired kids on TikTok is one thing, but receiving videos is a whole nother level. I don't want to give more attention to anyone in this clip than they deserve, so that's why I'm not going to be using any names, and I'm only going to be focusing on one clip. I did receive multiple videos that were negative towards me, but I'll just stick with this one because it's kind of funny. I'll give them that. It's kind of funny. Earlier in the year, I posted a 1-year progression video from September 2019 to September 2020. That was 1 year of me attempting to surf. Obviously, I didn't surf every day in that year. There were months where I skipped out because of COVID and San Diego was in a lockdown and we couldn't even go in the water. All that being said, in general, it was a year of surfing. Obviously, I'm not great and I never will say I am. I'm just a person who enjoys surfing. That's all I am. I'm not good. I just have fun with it. That's it. But I was impressed from going on a wave storm and being barely able to balance in the slightest and now being able to drop in on some decent sized waves every once in a while. I was impressed with the progress. Like, it was cool to see. It's crazy to think that back in the day, I was terrified, absolutely terrified of the ocean. When I was 7 years old, I watched the movie Jaws with my friend Dustin. And Dustin, if you're watching this, your dad's decision to grab that movie for us at Blockbuster was one of the worst things we could have done because it prevented me from surfing for the next 12 years. And so I would prefer if that didn't happen. But Dustin, if you're watching this, you're the homie. I just wish we didn't do that. So that video was posted back in September, and a few months later, people start trying to bring it up like they're exposing me for something. So I have no idea what.
I was going hard at this one game, and I switched the play. I'm amazed now the numbers start to fluctuate.
Yo, that's cool and all, but you suck.
Right? It was a cool video, huh? Like, they did a really good job. Did you see how he like showed only part of his face? And like, that was cool, huh? He did really good. That's a really creative person. It's crazy to think that they solely made that video with the purpose of like trying to hurt my feelings. It's like they don't realize I can just walk into the bathroom right now, look in the mirror, and find 100 things I don't like about myself and be way sadder than if I were to watch this video 100 times. It does nothing for me. What's even crazier to me is that these are the people that you see out in the water at the beaches. They're the ones out in the water catching waves while you're on the sand catching rays. Bars right there. They'll just get in there. Bars. Like I said though, not all of them are like that. It's weird because it seems to be more of a younger person thing to be a hater like this. Like when I'm out in the water and I'm surfing and there's an old dude next to me, he seems to be a lot more chill with me and he's out there just having a good time. If I get in the way of an older guy, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be way cooler about it than if I got in the way of like a 15-year-old. Like in fact, the other day I accidentally got in the way of some guy and he started talking crap about me behind my back, and then we're trying to get in the way of me for my next wave. Joke's on them because I couldn't catch any waves, but still, it's like, why are they being so petty? It doesn't make sense to me. It's weird to me because it's these young kids and they're like weird diehard fans who get so obsessed with anybody who's not a professional surfer. It's the craziest thing ever. So now the real question is, why did I make this video? Obviously, I'm not trying to just hate on the surfing community and get everybody canceled and yada yada yada. Like, that's not the point. I just thought this was too comical to pass up, so I definitely needed to make something. It's like my hoodie. It's a surfing hoodie, so like I'm a surfer in case you guys didn't know, right? Oh, they hate that one, don't they? With all that being said, I know I'm like a broken record at this point, but I'm not a great surfer, never have been, never will be, I don't want to be. I'm just there to have fun and hang out with my friends out in the water. That's the purpose of me surfing, and the reason I make videos about it is because I like to make videos and that's enjoyable to me. Surfing's enjoyable, and it's a nice combo, okay? That's the pure reason I make videos about surfing. Not trying to make anyone think that I'm better than I am. I know I suck. I'm just trying to have a good time. So I appreciate you guys listening to me rant about this for about, I don't know how long this video is. It feels like it might be pretty long, but hey, who knows? If you guys want to support me, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I have some Oh Shoot merchandise coming out pretty soon. I'm just waiting to hear back from the supplier. So hopefully all that goes well. In the meantime, if you want to support me more directly, if you want to Venmo me, feel more than welcome to. My Venmo is on the screen here. I know it's a really weird thing to say, but hey, it doesn't hurt, right? All that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace!